Hi everyone, today I am here to bring you a full body Pilates Reformer workout. Today we will be focusing on getting ready for our final exercise of the class, which is Tendon Stretch. This is an advanced exercise. If you happen to get to the final exercise and can't perform it completely, please do not worry. Just come back to this workout again. Eventually your body will get prepared and ready to finish that final exercise. As far as equipment goes, all you need is your reformer and your body. We will not be using any other props today. As always during this class, please feel free to modify as necessary. Adjust the spring levels as well to your body and the reformer that you're working on. I think this is going to be a really great class. I can't wait to do it with you. Let's get started. All right guys, so I'm all set up. I've got my headrest and my foot bar up, and I'm on 3 heavy and 1 light spring. We're gonna come down for some footwork. So come all the way down onto your carriage. Align yourself with the center of that carriage, and just let your arms rest down by your sides. Now slide your shoulders away from your ears, make your arms nice and active, and bring your heels sit bone distance apart on your foot bar. Once you're here, pull your pinky toes and big toes back towards the shins, and take a breath, inhale and press the carriage out, and exhale and pull the carriage in. Inhale out, exhale in. You can find a pace that works for you during this footwork series. Nice, concentrating on keeping those thigh bones parallel to one another. Let's do 4 more. Last one, come almost all the way in, and now just press out 2 inches, pull in 2 inches. Working on the way out, working on the way in. Nice and quiet. Let's do 4 more here. And 3, and 2, and 1. Press the carriage all the way out. Move to your arches. Wrap your toes over the foot bar. Your feet are still sit bone distance apart. And when you're ready, press all the way out and in. Good, just warming up and stretching out the arches of the feet. Let's do 4 more here. And last one, come halfway in again and press out 2 inches and in 2 inches. Now 1 inch is just the size of a paper clip, right? So we're going very small, and you're working as deep, as close to the foot bar as you can comfortably. Good, let's do 4 more here. Last 2, and last 1. Press the carriage all the way out, come all the way in. Let's put our toes on the foot bar where our arches were. Press the carriage all the way out and in, keeping the heels nice and steady in space as you move. And just check in with your feet. Make sure you're equally pressing through all 10 toes. Pinky toes included on that foot bar. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2, and last 1. Come halfway in and keep the carriage completely still. From here, you're gonna lower your heels as far under the foot bar as you can, and then lift the heels up nice and high. Again, keeping that carriage nice and quiet. Whew, just heard my ankle crack. Get all those little cricks and cracks out of the ankles. Let's do 4 more. And 3. On this last one, lift the heels up high, press the carriage out, swivel the heels till they're touching. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and now we're gonna lower the heels under the foot bar and lift the heels up. Now I only want you to go so far down with the heels that you can still keep the same amount of pressure between them throughout the exercise. Nice job. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Now keep those heels nice and high and just do a little bounce here. Little bounce, little bounce. Working into the calves. For 8, 7, 6. Last 4. Last 2 and 1. Lift the heels high, separate them, and then go for a little run. One heel drops under the foot bar as the other knee travels towards the ceiling. For 4, 3, and last time. Beautiful. Lift both heels high, bend the knees to come all the way in. I'm going to take my headrest down here and just move onto my heels on the foot bar. Now I'm keeping my spring the same just to warm up the spine. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, tuck your tailbone under and peel the spine up off of the mat. Propelling those hips towards the ceiling. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale, peel the spine back down. Finding every vertebra, especially at that low back, and then releasing the tailbone towards the mat. Let's do 3 more just like that, rolling it up. And rolling it down. Keep the front of the neck nice and open here. Last 2. On this last one, let's hold the hips up. Bring the right knee into a tabletop position and lower it down. Then bring the left knee into a tabletop position and lower it down, keeping the pelvis equally distanced from the carriage throughout the exercise. Let's do 2 more on either side. Nice, and then roll that spine all the way down. Come all the way up. Let's change out our spring a little bit. So we're going to come down to 1 medium spring, making the carriage very light. And then we're gonna lay all the way down again. Remember your headrest is down here. Now we're gonna grab either onto our pegs or right behind the carriage, underneath the base, whatever feels most comfortable for your shoulders. I'm gonna grab onto the pegs and then reach our legs over the foot bar. We're gonna do a roll over here. So the carriage is light, try to keep the carriage steady, no momentum. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, bring your toes just up to the ceiling. Then your toes will come over your nose. Separate the feet, flex them, and roll the spine all the way down. Now, if you're not ready to do this with straight legs yet, just bend the knees, same thing. Roll the knees up over the shoulders, separate the legs, flex the feet, and roll the spine all the way down. Once you're ready to continue on with straight legs, go for it. Nice. Now, as you flex those feet, I really want you to push the heels all the way across the room because we need to lengthen those hamstrings for later on in the class. Let's reverse it. Keep your feet separated, feet flexed, up and over. Point the toes and bring the inner thighs together, and then roll the spine down. Let's do that 3 more times. And 1 more. Beautiful. Once your hips have found the mat, bring all 10 toes onto the foot bar again. Make sure you have a little room between your shoulders and your shoulder blocks, and then reach those fingertips up to the ceiling. We're gonna inhale and press the carriage out. And then exhale, take your gaze towards your thighs, lift your head, neck, and chest up, and see if you can articulate yourself up to seated. Take a breath, inhale at the top, exhale, tuck your tailbone under, and slowly articulate the spine all the way down. Good, bend the knees and prepare again. Inhale, press out, exhale, roll up. 5, Find your sit bones. Inhale at the top. Exhale, tuck and roll down. Bending the knees. Let's just do one more. Let's stay here. Flex our feet and point our toes. Sit up tall on those sit bones. Shoulders are over the hips. Ears are over the shoulders. Let's do 4, 3, 2. See if you can leave your heels dropped and just round your spine forward, reaching the upper arms parallel to the floor. And then roll that spine back up again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, spine stretch forward. And roll it up again. Let's do 2 more. See if you can find a stretch in that low back, a deepening of the abdominals. The last time here. Nice. Now bend your knees. Since I'm seated here, I'm just going to change my spring to one heavy spring. Taking off the medium and then coming all the way back down. If you'd like, you can put your headrest up here. And then we're going to grab our straps. I have short and long loops, so I'm going to grab my shorter loops, but that is up to you. Good, I'm all twisted. Okay. From here, bring your knees into tabletop. Head, neck, and shoulders are down for the moment. Shins are parallel to the floor. The inner thighs are squeezing. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and chest up as the arms come down. And then we're just going to circle the arms around, and the head will come down. So we lift the head, and we lower the head. The arms come down. The arms come out. Nice job. Our goal here is to really warm up through that shoulder joint. So think about that rotation deep in the socket of the shoulder. Last 3. Last time. And now we'll reverse it. Bring your hands out to a T position. Fingertips are slightly below the line of the shoulder. Lift your head up as the fingertips come towards the hips. Circle the arms up and around and let the head come down. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 4 more. Work on the height of the torso. Last 2. And last time. Nice. Now I'm going to bring my hands and leave them forward at knee height. Head is down. Shoulder blades are sliding down the back. From here, I'm going to extend one leg over the foot bar. The other knee is going to hug into the chest as tightly as I can. And then I'm going to switch and hug the left knee in as tightly as I can. And switch and hug the right knee in as tightly as I can. So normally, or sometimes, we're focused on the extension of the leg that's reaching away from us. But for today, I want to focus on the leg that's coming in. In. For 4, and 3, and 2, and last 1. Now reach that left leg up to the ceiling. Flex both feet, point both toes, and switch. Flex, point, switch, flex, point, switch. The same thing. The leg that's coming towards you is actively coming towards you. Pull it in. Nice. Last 4, 3, 2. Last time. Good. Bend both knees. Curl your head, neck, and chest up. Take a breath. Inhale here. Exhale. Stretch your legs over the foot bars, the arms open to a T. And then come all the way back in. Inhale out. Exhale, curl. Inhale out. Exhale, curl. Can we do 3 more? I want you to allow your tailbone to lift, pulling those knees in towards the shoulders. Last time. And rest to the feet. Very nice job. All right. Let's put those straps back. We are going to sit up for a minute. So I'm going to put on total 2 heavy and 1 medium spring. If you need a sticky pad, you can place it close to the front edge of your carriage. If you have levels on your foot bar, you could lower your level. I'm gonna try to stay here with my foot bar high, facing in towards the foot bar. You're gonna take your tailbone as close to the front edge of the carriage as you can, and then your feet are gonna go up onto the carriage in Pilates V. From here, I'm gonna reach my hands back behind me, either for the shoulder blocks or for the carriage, fingertips pointing back. Lift the chest nice and high. Inhale, press the carriage out. Lower and lift the heels, hold the breath, and then exhale, pull the carriage in. Remember, heart is high. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale. See how tall you can get away from the carriage. Heels are squeezing. We've got 3, we've got 2, and we've got 1. Come all the way in. See if you can keep your foot on that foot bar. Remove your medium spring. 2 heavy springs, hands go forward. Inhale out. Lower, lift the heels. Exhale, come in. Inhale out. Lower, lift the heels. Exhale, come in. Find space between the hip bones and the lowest ribs. Last 4, 3, last time. Come all the way in. Try to keep those feet on the foot bar. Take off 1 more spring. I'm left with 1 heavy spring. Press the carriage out and rotate to one side. Pull the carriage in and come center. We're gonna alternate. Think about the opposition between the arms. One is reaching back, one is simultaneously reaching forward. Heels are staying squeezed and lifted. Beautiful. Last 2 on each side. Beautiful. Come center. If you have the range, grab onto the foot bar right outside your feet. Extend your legs long. Maybe you bend 1 knee at a time towards the chest. Maybe you lower both heels under the foot bar. Feel that stretch down the backs of the legs. You can play around with this. Sometimes lifting the heels nice and high will give you a great stretch behind the shoulders. Beautiful job. All right, let's float our hands, bring the carriage all the way in. I'm gonna step off to the side. I'm still on that 1 heavy spring. We're gonna step up onto the carriage for elephant. So, hands on the foot bar. I'm gonna bring my heels 2/3 of the way back on the carriage. If you have longer legs than me, maybe your heels come all the way back to the shoulder blocks. My feet are sit bone distance apart. My hips are over my heels. I'm dropping my heels deeply into the carriage, and I'm gonna start with a nice rounded spine here. So gaze is towards the thighs. Shoulders are still away from the ears, even though we're in this rounded position. Inhale, press the carriage out. Exhale, pull the carriage in. Imagine you're pulling the carriage in by dropping those heels deeper into it. Let's do 3 more here. And 2. And last 1. Very nice. Find a flat back. Lift the tailbone. Lift the crown of the head. Body's in one nice long line. Drop the heels into the carriage. Press out. Pull in. Feel that stretch to the backs of the legs. Inhale out. Exhale in. To increase this challenge, you might decide that you wanted to go to a lighter spring. I know that we're about to do single leg here, so I'm going to stay on this 1 heavy spring, but you can always adjust. Last 2, and last time. Good. Bring your right foot to the center of the carriage. Extend your left foot out to the side. Press the carriage out and pull the carriage in. You want to still keep your hips even. Last 3. And last 1. Take that same leg back behind you, lift it up nice and high. As you press the carriage out, lower that leg down a bit. As you pull the carriage in, lift that back leg up. This is a variation of single leg elephant. Last 3. Focus on keeping those hips square last time. And now we'll just switch to the other side. Bring your left foot to the center of the carriage, right foot directly out to the side. Hips are still square. Drive your heel into the carriage and pull up and in. Last 2. Last 1, pull the carriage in, sweep that same leg back behind you, square off the hips. Lower the leg as you press the carriage out. Lift the leg as you pull the carriage in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Last 3. And 1 more time. Good. From here, let's walk our toes to the very front edge of the carriage. Heels together, toes apart. Lift the heels up nice and high and find a deep, rounded position of the spine. From here, we're going to press that carriage out. If you want to, you can come all the way into a plank position. Shoulders stay over the wrists. And then pike the hips all the way back up again. Control that spring. Inhale out. Exhale in, round. Out, come into your flat back plank. Inhale, round into your pike. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2. And 1 more time. Lower the heels down. Come carefully off your carriage. I'm going to put 1 more heavy spring on, 2 heavies on at the moment. Head rests down. Come down to lay on your back. We're going to put our legs in our straps now. Take your time. Good. We'll start with legs parallel, sit bone distance apart. Take a look and just notice how much space is between your feet. Try to keep that distance the same as you lower the legs down and lift the legs up. Spine is long, tailbone is heavy, belly is braced. Beautiful. Nice and smooth here. Let's do 4 more. Where are you working from? I want you to think about working from the core, the glutes, the back of the hamstrings. Just allow the feet to follow that movement. Last 1. Good. Lift the legs up halfway, bend the knees right underneath those straps, and then press right back out again, like a narrow squat. Good, let's do 4 more here. Still the distance between the feet and the thighs is staying the same throughout. Last 2. And 1 more time. Bring those legs back out. Turn your heels deeply in to meet one another. Flex the feet. You've got external rotation at those hips, and you're going to press those legs out to the sides of the room. And exhale, squeeze the heels together. Now your range of motion is totally up to you. I want you to feel a bit of a stretch in the inner thighs. And then really feel the inner thighs contracting as you bring the legs together. Let's do 4 more. And last time, bring those heels back together and just frog your legs in and out a few times. Good. Make sure that headrest is down. We are getting ready for a short spine. So pause with your knees in frog. Knees are directly above the hips. Heels are squeezing together. Inhale, prepare. Press those legs out. Exhale, bring your toes up over your nose. Bend your knees towards your shoulder blocks. Keep the hamstrings active. And then lower the spine down, keeping the feet still. See if you can find a stretch through the hamstrings. Tailbone gets heavy, legs lower forward. Again, bend the knees. Press back out. Toes over nose, hips lift. Bend the knees towards the shoulder blocks, backs of the legs are active. Lower the spine down. Feel that stretch. Lower the legs forward. We'll do 3 more. Nice job, last 2. And you're going at your own pace here. You're feeling the movement. Last time. Bend those knees in. We'll take our straps off. Feet down to the foot bar. Straps back on our pegs. Let's come all the way up. Nice job. Okay, so we're ready. So I'm going to put on 1 heavy and 1 medium spring here. You can adjust the spring a little heavier or a little lighter based on your weight, your body length, etc. And we're going to come up and sit on the foot bar. So to start, you want your body a little bit forward of the sit bar. You don't want to, on the foot bar, you don't want to be sitting back because as we extend the legs, you might fall backwards, right? So our body weight is forward. Our feet are right on the edge of the foot bar, the carriage, and the hands are right next to our hips on the foot bar. When you're ready, let's just press the carriage out. Make sure you feel stable through the hips, and then bend the knees in. Just like we did with feet and straps, our feet are sit bone distance apart, so are our thighs. As you extend those legs, you want to let your heels drop down into the well. Now, it just so happens that my heavy and medium spring are towards the outside of my spring system, so I can let my heels drop down easily. If that's not the case for you, you might want to adjust your springs. Good, let's do 3 more here. And last one. Now pull the carriage all the way in. Press into your hands, straighten your legs, and take your nose towards your knees. Pause here and just feel that stretch down the back of the legs. Make sure your hands feel like they're in a good position, and then just have a seat. We'll do 2 more just like that. Lift and round the spine, nose to knee, and then have a seat. Spine gets tall. One more time, we're gonna hang out here in this down position. Nice strength through the arms. Try to straighten those elbows as much as you can. And then when you're ready, we'll press that carriage out, taking the tailbone through the arms, and then pull the carriage all the way back in, coming to stand up on our feet. Let's do 2 more like that. And on this last one, we'll add a little back extension. So press that carriage out, lift the heart forward, around the spine again, and pull in. One more time, press the carriage out, lift the spine forward, round the spine again, and pull in. Good, have a seat for a moment. Now you might pause there, or we can transition into our single leg. We'll just do single leg side today. So again, you're gonna stand up on those feet, Take your right hand in between your legs. Bring your right leg out to the side. Good, flex your feet. Press the carriage out, pull the carriage up and in. Let's do 2 more. Last time. Bring that foot down. This is the tough part. Pull the carriage in. Transition to the other side. Left hand between the legs. Left leg goes out to the side. Press the carriage out. Pull the carriage in. We've got 2 more. And last one. Feet come down. Bring your hands outside your legs. Pull the carriage in. And then have a seat. Beautiful. So those single leg variations are something I'm working on as well. I'm sure my form was not perfect, but I hope that you got the gist. The goal eventually is to make the transitions very smooth, where the arms move in control to get into your other positions. Nice job, guys. All right, let's come on down. Onto our knees, facing the foot bar. We've done a lot of rounding of the spine. So we're gonna take our feet against our shoulder blocks, press our pelvis forward, and then just press that carriage out. Gaze goes up, sternum goes up. Pull the carriage in. Keep lifting through the front of the belly. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Last time. Very nice job. Okay, have a seat on the edge of your foot bar. On the edge of your carriage. We'll take one arm across the body, stretch out the back of the shoulder. Take that same arm overhead, stretching out the back of the tricep. Other side. Arm back behind you, stretch out that tricep. Beautiful. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale the elbows wide, lift the sternum, lift the heart. One more time, inhale it up. Exhale, elbows wide, lift the sternum, lift the heart. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Hope you liked that workout. Please comment with what you'd like to see next. If you'd like an exercise breakdown or another workout to build up to a more advanced exercise, let me know. And I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.